Hello, welcome back to Making It with Minglet. Today we are starting in our fourth volume of our junk journaling for the 100-day challenge. This is my cover. This was some floral paper, and I used, that was a baby wipe, and then I just did some funky stitching on it, and I attached it to an old envelope that I had gel printed on. So that's going to be our cover for our number 4 volume. And when I opened it, I added a few things here. I had gotten something that was made in the USA, and the company was founded in Minnesota in 1911. And I thought, well, that's something to be proud of, getting American-made products. And I look at the first page, and all I see is blobs of color. So I had used some fabric, some string, and stitched to make blanket papers. And as I was thinking about what I would do with this page, the only thing I could think of is it has to do with color. So I started looking through my quotes, and I found this one, and I wrote it out just on a piece of paper while I was sitting downstairs watching TV. Color is a power which directly influences the soul. And this was a quote from Kandinsky. I know I may not have said that correctly, but it wasn't for the lack of trying. I did try. So I felt like maybe keeping this page kind of simple might be good. I did find some flowers that I thought would complement but I do need to do one thing before I do these other things. I need to get a number 51 out there. And I am going to do that by using one of my friend Darcy's stencils. I'm going to slide these up so I have room to put it right here. And this is called Springing Up Borders. And Darcy Sanders designed it, and it is produced by PM Artist Studios. So I will put a link to Darcy's channel in the description so that you can find her. And then if you're interested in purchasing, if you look at her website or her her YouTube channel. If you look at her YouTube channel, she may have a discount code for you if you have never purchased from PM Artist Studio. So I recommend that you do that because every little bit of money you can save is a good thing. At least that's the way I look at things. I'm just going to use a flat brush. It's kind of stiff in between knocking stuff off my desk. And on this, I feel like I will need to kind of not be over the top with it. So I'm just going to take my paint and I'm going to get it on my brush, and then I'm going to kind of blot it around so it's more of a dry brush. And I have these makeup sponges I use, but sometimes they just go missing. And that's what the situation is today. I do not know where it is. The one that is my favorite. Alright, so we have a 51 there. And like I said, this is a Darcy Sanders design. And she is a PM Artist Studio artist. So I do try to support, our local artists and friends. Alright, and we're just going to use some art glitter glue this morning. Squiggly and wiggly. Something about, I like the sound that it makes when your glue is getting spread. It's kind of a scratching noise, but it's not an annoying like scratch, like a chalkboard scratch. Because we know we don't like those things. Alright, now let's make sure we're turning it the right way. And we want to, I'm trying to stay pretty close to inside the stitched area so that I'm not losing that as part of the overall effect. I think I like it that way better. And then this one, I feel like it needs to go up here because there's two lines of stitching. There's one that's kind of a khaki color, and then there's one that's black. So that looks good in positioning. And that particular flower has a little bit of glitter on it. These flowers are from the estate of Pat. You've heard me talk about my neighbor Pat, and her daughters were so kind as to let me come up and go through her supplies and find things that I might use. And I come home with a lot of stuff, I'm telling you, and I'm grateful for every bit of it, and I'm trying to use it because that's what she would have really wanted, would be somebody that would, you know, enjoy it and not just let it sit. So I'm trying to honor her by doing that, by using it and being creative and enjoying the stuff that's in my stash, because she just ran out of time and didn't get to use it all. And as I look at this, I'm wondering if I should put a flower over here or just leave this. I also have, there is this other idea. These are tulips. And then there's also this spirally thing. And I'm kind of wondering, since it's already got swirls, I'm wondering if I might be able to put some kind of little doodads. Or maybe even just this right here. I think that's it. I think that's what it needs. And I'll do it the same way. I will take my paint and I'm going to just brush it out so that I've got almost a dry brush. And that's just a hint. I like that. That's just a hint. Now, I think I rolled back in my chair and I heard something crunchy, and you'll never guess what it was. I had rolled over a granola bar. I try to keep a few snacks up here in case my sugar starts dropping. So I just try to err on the side of being safe and being prepared should that happen. Luckily, it's only happened a few times, and it's generally when I'm working outside in the heat. That's usually what gets me, because I sweat, and I guess it just throws things off. Oh well, I survived, so it's okay. Oh yeah, that knocked that back a little bit. I might even do some over here on this, just a few right here. Yeah, right there. I guess I should slide it over to where you can see, right? Sorry. Are we having fun yet? Yes, we are. We're having fun and we're creating. I don't think it gets much better than that, having a chance to create and make beautiful things. Now this is kind of like a rainbow effect here. But if I combine this with the other little E looking things, I think it might be pretty cool. That's what I like about junk journaling. You can play around, you can try things, without having the fear of it coming out wrong or not being happy with the results, because if you do something, there's usually something you can do to make it different if that's what you choose. So here we have it. This is our page for today, page 51 out of 100. Color is a power which directly influences the soul. And that's Kandinsky. And if you want to look for the stencils, go to PM Artist Studio. The designer is Darcy Sanders, and that's going to be Springing Up Borders. Until next time, be well, my friends. Bye-bye.